Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. In my case, it's good morning. How is everybody? Welcome to my Friday live chat, um, which is going to go well, I hope. I noticed it's pretty quiet on YouTube this morning. I'm looking at notifications on upcoming streams and stuff, and there doesn't seem to be a great deal at the moment. So I guess it's a good time slot to do my live stream. So I don't want to step on anybody else's toes, and it seems to be going pretty well. So how is everybody? I'll let you know that the weather here in Sydney is overcast, raining, every now and then quite heavy showers. Back on the normal time of 6 a.m. for me. So the sun is just starting to come up. Well, it's getting light out there. I won't see the sun today by the looks of it. It's going to be pretty overcast. The birds are waking up. You may hear them a little bit later on as they start to chirp a bit louder. Just see Jeff Donahue, welcome mate. You're first in again. I thought you might be. So welcome to the stream. And then, of course, I saw Paul down there. I'll just jump down the list. Yep, Plastic Monkey, Paul. Your ship's doing really well. I have caught up and watching your stream. Well, I'm glancing at your stream because I do a lot of driving, as you know, and the other day I had a long day. It was a 14-hour day, and so I had you playing on my phone, but I was listening more than watching. I had my eyes on the road, hands on the wheels, so don't worry. Sue's down there. Hello, Sue. I just seen you pop in. How are you? Welcome. Just mentioning that I've been watching Paul's stream, and the progress on that boat's looking really good. But yes, and I do keep my hands on the stream. I see Skullfish down there. G'day to you as well. I'm saying hello. Tim's there. Hello, Tim. Tim's saying hello to everybody. As everyone's starting to come in now. Yeah, maybe this is why everybody comes in, because there's nothing else on. We've got 18 watching already. That's fantastic. So really happy with that. What I've decided to do on this one is I can go to my live chat and pop out the chat, then go back to my StreamYard, which I'm streaming from. And rather than look at the StreamYard chat, which is behind, I'll watch the chat straight from the stream, and I can see straight up everybody's there. And I won't be behind in chat, I hope. Rims Model's there. G'day. Hello. Welcome. Good to see you. What have I got to do today? For those who don't know, I got my stitches out the other day, and it's all good. And the cyst or whatever it was, tumor that was growing out of the side of my knee, removed and tested, and results, it's all benign. I'm all clear. So yeah, it turned out there were 4 stitches they put in. So I put a photo up, but you don't want to see that. I took a photo of the nurse removing the stitches. Yeah, so I had them in for 10 days. That was really awkward, but I still was okay for work and everything. Here we go. James is there. To Boldly Go Model Works. How are you, James? I was just looking at your channel, and at your Tamiya 148 scale US 2.5-ton cargo truck, as I read it from your page, which everybody should go and subscribe to and check out James's To Boldly Go Model Works. Doing a few live, were they live streams, or I get mixed up? They weren't live streams, they were premieres. Yeah, premieres. So yeah, good to see, mate. You're doing some really good stuff there. So that looks like a good little truck too, similar to the one I built from Mini Art. But that'd be interesting one, the Tamiya version of it. Where am I? I'm going back to getting my page open. Right. So yeah, get over to Boldly Go Model Works. Check him out. sub to him, but I know you guys all pretty much are anyway. Anyone else I'm missing? No, everybody. Paul's there. Good morning, Paul. Hi. See, I've come on just a bit later for you this morning because I didn't want you to miss out. I know you slept in last week and you that was my fault. I caught it by surprise and started streaming an hour earlier. But it's all good. Paul's saying your ICM Buford arrived. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. Congratulations. I'm glad it has arrived for you. I have nothing to arrive, actually. I've got nothing I'm expecting. Yeah, I've got enough on my plate, so as you know. So it's all good. What else we got here? Just checking. David Housecroft is here. Hello. Welcome. G'day. Rims Models is putting an update on his group build in the next couple of days. That's good. That's good. I don't know if Jason might pop in and say hello later, but from Model Kit Stuff, Jason is doing a group build starting in March. I'm thinking about it. I was just mentioning to Jeff before I went live. I do have I've showed it a couple of weeks back, my little Coca-Cola truck, which was going to be for a group build next weekend. But unfortunately, I'm going to be away. I won't be able to do that. So maybe I could build it for that. I think one of the rules was it had to be a commercial vehicle of some sort. I'm not 100% sure on that. All these details are up there. But yeah, that'll be a great little thing to do. Yeah, like I said, I can't do it. I'm off to Queensland on Tuesday. You might be able to see a bit of my bike gear bag and stuff ready to go on my motorbike. I'm getting my tent and sleeping bag and stuff, sorting all that stuff out. I'm going to ride the bike up there. It'll take me overnight to go up there. To give you an idea of distance, it's about a 9-hour drive, a little bit longer on a bike. Got to watch out for your speed. Here in Sydney, in New South Wales anyway, the police like to give double demerit points on public holiday. Yeah, so you've got to be extra careful. And they also like to extend it. So not only is it for Australia Day, which is coming up, which falls on a Thursday, but they make it double demerit points for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They like to get as much revenue as they can. Paul asked, what bike have I got? I've got not one of these, which is a BMW GS. I went on a ride with them a year or two ago, a test ride they had. So I didn't end up buying them. The reason I didn't buy a BMW is because of the terrible customer service I got when I went to the dealership to buy it. I literally walked into the showroom with the bikes there, ready to buy on the spot, and they ignored me. Nobody wanted to come over and serve me because they saw me pull up in the car park in front of the BMW dealership on my $3,000 basically cheap little crappy bike. So I've gone, well, stuff you lot, and I went to the Suzuki dealership, which was my second choice, and bought the Suzuki V-Strom 1000, and that's what I'm riding. And I had that all kitted up, cost me about 22,000 Aussie dollars, and yeah, I've had that since new, which I bought brand new 2019. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm taking up to Queensland. I'll be stopping, camping overnight, and then getting up there and staying with family for about 5 days, and then coming back. What else have I got here? Just going to catch up, keep an eye on the chat. And David's working on a Yamato. Yeah, I've got a few Yamato stuff to talk about, so stick around for that. I'll give you an update on well, a little bit ahead of where I am on the videos. The next video going out on, I think it's Tuesday morning, will be me putting the deck down and painting the hull, which I can tell you went very, very well. I'm super, super happy with the way it's come out, and we'll have a quick look at a few things to do with that. But I do have a question about it, though. Might be able to get some advice from someone. You know, you're right. I don't think it was a shame on the BMW. I'm not too disgruntled about the BMW. There was a lot more expensive. It would have been an extra $10,000 or more for the BMW. And later I realized that just the top box to put on the back of the bike, because it has part of the electronic ignition and key that, like, it's like central locking on the box. You know, you turn your bike off, the box locks and all the rest. That top box alone was an extra $5,000. You know, yeah. So, and not only that, but they're expensive for services and repairs. BMW, and I know from their cars, I had a BMW 528i, beautiful one. You might have seen them. I might have shown in one of my other streams. Yeah, it cost me thousands of dollars anytime I wanted to get anything fixed, because every time you go there, instead of fixing a part, they just replace them. So if you've got something wrong with the actuator in the door that locks automatic, that, you know, part of the central locking, and it's just a tiny little box in there, $50. Oh no, they won't replace that and fix that. They'll replace the whole inside of the door and give you a $2,500 bill. The bikes are the same, very expensive. Suzuki, yeah, not like that. So I've had no problem. I haven't had any reason to get my bike repaired. Well, sort of, but that's a long story. But I've ridden my bike around most of Australia, all the east coasts of Australia, from Cape York Peninsula all the way down to the Great Australian Bight and the Ocean Road. Yeah, so I've done a bit of riding. What else have we got here? Just checking on the chat. Yeah, it's a nice bike. The 1000 just cruises along beautifully, and it's good for any condition. Like, I used to ride it to work and back every day, but I only live 8 minutes away, and I have a Kawasaki Ninja up in Queensland that's been stored up there since before COVID, a couple of years. So I had that shipped down, and now I run that to work and back. And the big V-Strom just sits there and rests for the bigger trips. 32K for a motorcycle. John Alec, hey, welcome, mate. Welcome. Yes, that's a lot of money, isn't it? BMWs. So what else we got here? My BMW was 200. Yeah, I know. Yeah, James. Yeah, I know. You can buy cheap ones too, but not new. I like KTMs, says Paul. Yeah, they're good. They're good for off-road. The reason I got the V-Strom is because you can go both. You can go off-road and on-road, and it's quite comfortable. It's a good riding position. I've been on everything from sand to gravel to whatever. It's just, as long as you've got the good tyres, no problem at all. These people who are just clicking over the 1,000 subs marker, you got to get your hours up, don't you? Your watch hours. And I'll tell you what, I'll give you a hint. Do a live stream like this. It really bumps up your watch hours, because you have, like right now, for example, we've got, what have we got? I'm just looking. 21, I think. I don't know if that's updated. 21:30 watching, but that's 21:30 watching right through the full time of your stream. I don't know their details, but for some reason that's helps your watch hours. But you'll get it. It's just a matter of constantly popping in videos and keep the content going. I haven't gone into the shorts yet. Never done that. My priority when it comes to YouTube, really, and the videoing and all that it comes second to my modeling. You know, I'd rather spend more time on the bench doing work on what I'm building than going through all the analytics and all the stuff and details of, you know, spending that time doing the YouTube stuff. I mean, I do watch my count. I do like seeing my subscriber count goes up. Who doesn't? You know, but yeah, it's great. But once you get, you know, you just got to hit that video that goes viral. That's all it is. That's all it takes. Put out a viral video, you're there. You know, I mean, I'm not going to brag, but this Yamato, whew, my God, 1,000 subscribers. I mean, I've been doing this channel seriously now, you know, and putting time into it for 2 years. It's gone quick, you know, all through COVID, 2 years. And I got up to 2,000 subscribers, 2,500, and then boom, within 4 weeks, in come 1,000 new subscribers. And then 2 weeks after that, another 500. And now you're just watching them go up by anything from, you know, 5, 10, 20, 30 a day. It's good. It's good. Oh, it's good to know there's people that are interested, or there's just nothing else to watch, whatever the reason. All right, where are we? Have I missed anybody that's popped in? I've got to keep going. I need to hire somebody who just read comments for me. No, everybody's still there. If you're lurking and haven't said hello in chat, say hello. Richard Thomas from Scale Model World, hello to you. And yes, as he mentions, stick those thumbs up where they count without being rude. So let's have a bit of a quick chat. I know Moss hasn't come in. He usually makes an appearance. He may still do so. I want to thank Moss for sending me my brush rinser. He did. I think I mentioned this last week. I'm not sure. I've tested it. It works fine, but I haven't actually used it because I haven't had a reason to yet. But it does work. The only thing you got to be careful of is when you've got this full of water and it's sitting on your bench, don't move it. Be careful because it sits right up level with the top of this rim here. And if you try and move it, and it'll spill quite easily, and then of course the reservoir just fills it up with more and it just spill more. And yeah, so put it somewhere where you're not going to knock it and it's just going to sit on the side, or just bring it out when you know you're going to be doing a bit of work with your brushes. Okay, but they're great from Green Stuff. Yeah, check them out. But thank you, Moss, for sending me that out. That was fantastic. What else? I've got a can of Coke that I'm going to drink throughout the stream because last time I just talked too much and forgot about it. Already had my coffee, so I'm good there. All right. What else was I going to mention? Jeff channel, Jeff's Donahue Scale Modeling. You all know that channel, but in case somebody pops in and watches this stream later that's new, which does happen because I look and see how many people have viewed that, and I think, geez, there wasn't that many people watching when I was live. But he's a Holt 75 artillery tractor. He's on to part 3, and that's a unique looking vehicle. And my God, if you can get that looking like it's supposed to, that's going to be an amazing looking tractor. Fantastic looking build. So yeah, looking forward to following that series. I think we're on to part 3 of that. I think you are. So yeah, and again, congratulating Jeff on hitting his 1,000 subs, which is creeping up now. Looks like you're at 1,030 or so. So yeah, it's good. YouTube tends to push your videos out to more people as your subscribers go, and you'll find that subscribers do substantially, like exponentially, it grows like that. So definitely, and he's got a yes, and Jeff's saying he's got a new video coming out soon, so that's good. That's good. There was someone else's. Yeah, I mean, I watch a lot of you guys' channels all the time. Ron, of course, watching Ron, he's been putting out a few 8K videos lately, and now that I've upgraded my internet speed, like literally doubled my download and upload speeds, I could watch out 8K before, but it used to buffer, and now it doesn't buffer. I can watch it quite smoothly. It looks quite good on my big curved monitor here. So yeah, so I'm enjoying his 8K videos. Nigel, I might mention, almost at the end of his build for his newbies, which he admits has gone a bit beyond a newbies model, but either way, it's, you know, anybody of any level can learn stuff from it. So part 17, he put up yesterday, I think it was, yeah, and come up really nice, especially those decals. And some interesting ways of masking around decals that he come up with. Just full of tips all the way through. There's not a video of Nigel's I don't watch that I don't learn something from. Hey, but he'll be doing number 18 soon, which will be the weathering of it, which I know that he doesn't like doing, but I'm sure it's going to come up looking really nice. It looks great as it is, especially with all the shading and stuff that he's been doing on it. So yeah, definitely a good one. We might, I don't know if Nigel might pop in. He usually does. Oh, here we go. James from Totally to Boldly Go Model Works. If you're up for it, looks like there'll be a live premiere tomorrow. That's great. That's good. What else have we got? I'm just catching up. Yes, Nigel's caddy does look really, really good. Sam's up. Good morning and welcome, mate. Glad you could join us. Excellent. I know I'm not putting. It's a lot easier when I'm not putting the chats up on the screen. You know, sorry if I'm not putting your chat up on screen, but I'm following it live on chat, so I'm not falling behind. So. Yeah, no, good to see you there, Sam. Everyone's saying hello to Sam. I'm going to mention something else about. I had a few questions in my Yamato comments. When I did the last video, or one or two videos ago, I was doing a lot of the photo etch I was referring to, and people were asking that it's scary stuff doing the photo etch, and they were concerned about. Particularly, you had to do the rails where the trolleys run along for the aircraft and stuff, and they're very thin, fragile, which they are. But they're not that hard. It's really not that hard. And I'll give you a tip, particularly if you're doing the Yamato or anything with photo etch. These here come in the box with the Yamato, and they're where the holes sit. So where the bow sits and where the get it right, stern is, all right, just as protection from the edge of the box, they have these foam, reasonably hard foam pads in there. There's one on each end, right? These are perfect for bending photo etch. And I don't mean bending them along in halves and into the shapes. I'm talking about putting curves in photo etch, all right? So I can't find it. Here it is. So what I do, and just for anybody who may be interested, get a bit of plastic. This is just off one of the icky sticky little mini brushes they have, which I've cut the end off, and it's just a round bit of plastic. What you do is if you've got rail or anything that needs a bend in it, you put it on this. This just has a little bit of bend in it. It's very hard, all right? And what you do is you just use this and roll it along the photo etch, the tiniest little bit of pressure, and you'll see that the photo etch will bend up. It will slowly bend up. I show this in my video, how it works. And the more pressure you put, the more bend you'll get in it. And it's just trial and error, and you'll gradually get it. And and it'll come up. But these are the trick. But you can use a hard tiles, and people do it on a hard surface, but it won't work as well. With this is just a little bit of softness, a bit of play in it, and just work your way, and you can get, because there's a lot of parts where a lot of photo etch that needs to be bent into different curves on some of the guns and other areas, and that's the way to do it. Unless you want to go out and buy the tools for rolling photo etch, which are way expensive. There's these metal rods and pins that you can get of different sizes in a set. I think it's made by Master Tools, which is Trumpeter, but they're over $100. And yeah, I can do the same thing with this. And if you need something better, bigger, you want a sort of a different size curve, use a pen. You know, use a pen. That'll work too. Anything round, roll across there. So there you go. Tip of the stream. All right, there's your tip of the stream. Just saying, I like to use a big rubber eraser to bend PE. Yep. There's lots of ways, but the secret to it is go slow. All right, go slow, take your time, and it'll be fine. And also remember, I find with most kits, 90% of the photo etch is additional. Okay, it's additional to the kit. You don't have to use it. All right, the rails on the deck of this Yamato, sure, you need it for that. But the other parts, a lot of other areas are just additional editing to it. So don't worry about if you don't use it. I mean, my God, my kitty hawk over there, and I mentioned this before, there are, I think there are about nearly 1,500 individual pieces of photo edge just in the conning tower on that aircraft carrier. 1,500 pieces of photo edge. Absolutely incredible. Now, I could build that model with none of that photo etch. That's all a separate MK1, which cost as much as the model did. Extras, there was all this photo etch. I could have used none of it. I could have used some of it, or in my case, I used all of it. But it's up to you. So, you know, the people who worry about photo etch, don't worry about it. Yeah, if you worry, don't worry. Yamato comes with 15 sheets of photo etch. That's more than any other trumpeter model of a ship. They would never supply that much photo etch, and it's enough. You can go and buy the Pontos detail one if you want, but again, it's also just replacing on quite a bit of what you've got already. And it's quite expensive, but that's up to you. What else we got? Just catching up. James uses his Jedi mind skills to shape PE. You know, I try that. You know, I try to focus there, but you know, the birds outside keep distracting me all the time. I just can't do it. I need to be in a quiet place. You know, yeah. I watched that movie the other night, The Quiet Place, or the one where there's those creatures out there, the aliens that come down and they're attracted to noise and you have to be quiet. Yeah. Anyway, that's for another live stream. Who else we got? Anyone else popped in? No? Oh, look. Reese Dam Design. Hello and welcome. How are you? That's a new name to me, I think. Hello, and all the kind people in chat saying hello to you, because we're all friendly here. Whereabouts are you from? Let us know in the chat. What else we got? I just jumped down ahead for that to catch on someone's new name in the chat. Hopefully, Ice Queen 7 is taking tips. What are you doing for tips, Sue? Anyway, here we go, down the stream. Everyone's saying hello. We got Paul saying got 20 sheets of photo etch for the Megami. Be like a tin bath time when I finish. Yeah, and yeah, once you get all that photo etch too, sometimes it's a shame to have to paint over it all, isn't it? You look at it and go, oh, that looks pretty cool, and then once you paint over it, it disappears, doesn't it? It all blends in, and nobody would even know that's all that photo etch was there. How are we going? Everyone's good. Yep. Oh, you're from Oregon. All right. Welcome, buddy. Oregon in the US of A. Fantastic. Mark's Mods is there. Hello, buddy. How are you? Been following your videos too, Mr. Mark's Mods. Good stuff. Enjoying stuff on there. Yeah, thumbs up, everybody. Is 13 watching, is there? I gave myself a thumbs up, so that's all good. Now, another thing with, I do have another tip while we're on the thing. I've got a lot of small parts to do at the moment. I'm working on the deck and all the ammunition containers and bollards and all the bits and pieces that need to go on there, the water break wall on there. So they're all small parts that you need to paint. So what I do to do that is I use chopsticks, okay? Chinese chopsticks, the wooden ones. Hey, like, why did no one else think of that? I mean, it's just so obvious. No, this is what I mean. So there's my Chinese chopstick. So what I do is I blue tack, put little spots of blue tack along there. There we go. And then I stick my little bollards and other bits and pieces on there. And that's how I spray them. I can get to all the parts, spray around, leave them on there. Look at that. My hand's shaking. It's caffeine, eh? Too much caffeine. Not good for photo etch when you've got shaky hands. And that's another tip. Don't drink too much coffee before you start attempting to do photo etch. All right? Or anything small for that matter. Yeah, chopsticks. Now, there's another one. They've just been done. They're grey. I've already primed them. This one here has the break wall all done. That's also the grey. They're dry now. They're ready to come off and go straight on the ship. And what I'm doing now are these little boxes, like ammunition boxes, and they keep chains and anything else in them. There's quite a few of those on the deck. Actually, there's 18 because I had to count them. And the reason I had to count them is because I come across a bit of a problem with the instructions, and I'll show you here. It's just started raining again outside now. I can hear the cars driving along the wet road, and the birds are huddling in the trees under the big leaves. That sounds nice, doesn't it? So, Yamato instructions. See that? This page, step 9, tells you where all the holes go. All the holes that have to be drilled in that main center deck. This one here, I mean. Right. Now, one person in comments asked me, how do you know what size drill bits to use? And hello, Jack Williams, another fresh name in chat. Welcome, and everybody else will welcome you while I keep talking. But yeah, how do I know what size drill bits? Well, if you turn over the deck, and I'll bring it over here, the underside has all the holes partly drilled in there. All you do is match up your drill bit, and that's how you know the size of the holes. You'll see I marked these off as I went to make sure I didn't miss any. The reason is because there are some, as you can see here, that you do not drill. I don't know why they're there, but the instructions will tell you don't drill those ones, so be careful. But what I found out was there's one spot here where just on the edge, you're going to be able to see, just on the edge of there, it tells you drill 4 holes. And on the opposite side, drill 4 holes. So I drilled 4 holes. That's what it said to do. No problem. There. you don't need 4 holes. It only has 2 pieces that go in those 4 holes. So now I've got 2 holes that are going to stick out where there's nothing to cover them, because it told me to drill 4 holes for 2 pieces. Mistake on the instructions, okay? Be careful of that, okay? If I can go ahead and just point out for anybody, yeah, so their size, their Q3 are the part pieces, and on the instructions, get them here, this is the page that's telling you to where all those boxes, containers go down, where all those holes were. Those are the 2 where I had to drill 4 holes. Now, I haven't gone through and checked all of these others yet, and hopefully I got the right number of holes to boxes that have to go down. My other option is that there may be some extra containers, in which case I'll just put 2 more to cover those holes. That's the best way, because I've got the wood deck on here, and I'll show you that now actually. Or should I catch up on chat? We'll catch up a little bit on the chat before I go through that, because otherwise I'll get too far behind. So who we got? Moving down. So Restem Design, get back to work. No, thank you for popping in anyway. That's great. Samantha says there are 7 sheets of photo etch with the HMS Cornwall head time. Enjoy that one. And that's a what? 1/700 scale? Good luck with that. Or is it 1/350? Tend to take your time with it, yeah. Whiskey, yeah, I don't know. That's not going to help. Oh, you got the right glasses on. Good, good. Jack Williams, trying to get your little one to sleep. Oh, okay, yep. Ron's called in. Hello, I was just mentioning to you earlier on from cold Winnipeg. How are you? Yeah, your 8K videos. Finally got them sorted out. I'm glad you got I think you're accidentally uploading them in the wrong file type. But yeah, I'm viewing them. They really come up real well. And since I upgraded my internet to double the speed, I don't get any buffering now. I can watch it straight up and smooth. So yeah, yeah, another shout out. Get over to Ron there and check out his fantastic build going on at the moment. So before I forget, I will just mention, so you haven't, this is into the future. I know I'm all a day ahead of you anyway. It's now Friday and you're all behind, but let's just jump a bit further into the future because I haven't released the video yet. In fact, I haven't even edited the video for this, I don't think. So here is the wooden deck already installed. There it is. Now that's just the center deck, which is the only part. The bow is metal. Sorry, whoa, there we go. The bow is grey and the stern is grey. But that's our wood deck on. Looks nice, doesn't it? I was a bit concerned with it at first because it looked a really light yellowish colour. But once it went down over the grey plastic, it darkened up and it came up really, really nice. Now, I got this from a company called 3dwild.com. I mentioned them before. They have the wood deck, including the barrels for the turrets and all the brass parts for every other gun on that ship, along with some metal bollards and stuff. But I mostly bought it for this wood deck. This has an adhesive backing on it. It's from a company called Chenyu, I think that's how you pronounce them. I've used their deckings on the Arizona that I built before. I can say that it's good, but it doesn't not have its problems. Okay, so the adhesive on it was fine. It stuck down really well. It's like flypaper. In fact, when you watch the video, you'll see me struggle with the back portion of it. This part here, because it was, it got a little bit sticky, sticking where it shouldn't. But I got it down. It was all fine. But what I have found is that the days I was working on, it was like 30 degrees Celsius here. It was quite hot. And after I put it all down, I noticed that some of it was lifting. In fact, it still is a little bit in some areas. So I've had to go along with some of my MIG ammo glue, which is pretty much like a PVA glue would do it, and just go along really carefully and just lift up where it's come up, where it was coming unstuck in little bits along the edges, and just glue them down. But other than that, it's fine. It didn't lift any places like where I couldn't reach. So yeah, it's gone on well. But another tip is don't paint your whole deck the grey of the ship. There's masking, and you'll see in my video I masked all this whole deck up. Then I painted all the grey around the turret bases, and all the grey on anything that sticks out through. Because if you paint the whole deck and everything grey and then put this down on top of it, you'll find that it'll be darker. Okay, because this stuff is so thin. It's really, really, really thin. I haven't got any, I threw it out, but the backing paper was yellow, and that made it look bright. But it would be quite a bit darker if you were to glue that straight over the IJN grey rather than just the grey plastic. But the light's not the best here, but it's come up really, really well. And I'll be weathering it anyway. So yeah. But I just spotted another little bit that's raised up again, but it's fine. That brand of deck which I used on the Arizona, I did now remember having to go back and glue parts of it down that came unstuck. But once I'd done that, I mean, that's over a year ago I built that Arizona. The deck hasn't come up. It's been fine, so it's all good. I mean, yeah, it's fine. I mean, I wouldn't suggest, it has the stickiness underneath it, adhesive underneath it. So yeah, I wouldn't be putting a layer of glue down and then trying to stick down on top of that. Just use it to stick areas that might lift. All right. Going down the chat, I haven't missed anything. Just moving on. Peter is the Time Lord. That's right. You want your lotto results? I'll let you know. Your lotto results. Jack Williams says, I recently came across your channel and the Yamato build. Looks fantastic so far. Thank you very much. I'm really happy with it. It's coming up really, really well. Pretty much every video I put out is what I did a week ago. So I'm no longer than that ahead. Just a week ago. Now I will actually putting up a video. The next one for next week will be the painting, of course. But then what I do today will come out, and over this next few days will come out in 2 weeks, because, like I said, I'm going up to Queensland for a week, so there'll be no modelling time. So I'll have one in reserve to go up. The video for the painting and so forth is not as long as the others. I think it's about a 40-minute video. But anyway, Jeff asking, so you put glues the deck to bare plastic? Yeah, I don't know. I asked that question before. Would the glue? Well, the glue is probably okay to stick onto paint. It's not lifting on areas that had paint underneath there. That's not a problem. It's just the heat. I'm pretty sure it's the heat here that's affected that adhesive. It's strange because, for instance, this part here did not lift at all. That section. So there's 3 sections of wood here. deck. That section stuck down perfectly. But I did that 2 days before I did this middle section. So it may have been a cooler day, less humidity the day I did that. This section here is, get that right? Yeah, this section here was all done in one piece, right up to the join line, which you can't avoid. I know you see that, but remember, a lot of this superstructure sticks out over here, and then turret placements come out halfway around this deck, so I'm not sure how much of that will be seen. Maybe just a small amount. Yeah, we'll see. But the biggest problem was this section at the back here. This is the one that I struggled with to put down. That's lifting the most. So, yeah. But the glue, the adhesive, I wouldn't advise sticking onto a painted surface. Glue will go down on anything, I'm pretty sure. What's this Paul saying? Pete, find it easier if you put a watery layer of PVA down before you put the deck down. It allows you to move it a bit. Yeah, that's fine. But this comes with adhesive on the deck. But otherwise, yeah, the PVA glue really watered down is right. That's how I managed to get it up under the parts that lifted, and then stuck a bit of weight on it, and it's stuck down no problem. But yeah, if you can do that and maneuver it, it's all right. But another thing with this is once you get these lowered over these two, that pretty much lines it up. You know that it's going to be lined up to fit over all these little boxes and stuff. In fact, 3D Wild, when they first got these decks from Chen Yu, I don't know if that's pronounced right, I actually saw a guy put a video up on YouTube saying that the deck just doesn't fit. The holes weren't lining up properly. They weren't even lining up with the turret bases. There was all sorts of problems. So I emailed the company 3D Wild and let them know and say, hey, these decks aren't fitting. And at that stage, I'd already ordered mine. And a lot of other people had ordered them. They checked back with the supplier and found out there was some fault in the laser cutting. So they fixed it, they corrected the errors, and then everyone like myself who'd ordered them were replaced. So I actually have another deck, which was the faulty one over there, which doesn't fit properly, it has all the errors in it. But unfortunately, the guy that did that video, he'd already stuck it down and was just going to go with it, even though there were gaps around places there shouldn't be. I don't know if he ever tried to take it back off and put a new one on, but anyway, they did the right thing and they replaced everybody and they sent everybody out another deck. Another good thing for helping them stick to, particularly glued decks, sometimes it's hard to put an even surface across here, like an even pressure. I mean, you can put books down, but these actually here are raised above. What are you going to put on there to keep a nice flat surface? I don't know what video I saw it in, but they got a bath towel, right? You put that on a flat surface, then you get a bath towel, fold it a couple of times, lay it over the whole thing, and then stack the top of the bath towel with all your big books and heavy stuff, and it'll go down and push down on all the areas of the deck that are around the bits sticking up and give you a nice pressure across everything. There you go. Tip number 3 on our live stream. There we go. What else we got? Building my first ship next fall. Oh, really, John? Excellent. That's good. That's good. I saw someone else starting a ship for the first time. Oh, just yesterday. I don't know who it was. But yeah, give it a go, I mean, look, my whole channel was starting out was just ships. That's all I was in. I was a bit worried. And then it was actually Jeff Donahue that, when I saw his build of that truck, the coal truck, that was my inspiration to branch out into other vehicles, because I did already go from ships to submarines to, I did a hovercraft. So we're talking like ship theme. And then I did spaceship. So I've done my, here it is, you know, little, see, that's a ship, you know, Bandai. I did the other Star Destroyer. That's a ship. So, you know, and then I got a little bit crazy and I did the helicopter gunship. It's gunship, helicopter gunship. But it was Jeff that got me out and started me on beyond ships, something new. So yeah, give it a go. Actually, it's the HPI. What's his name? I will find him and let you know. He does reviews, almost daily reviews on kits, and he did his first ship review. I don't know if he's going to build it, because he does all his builds in like a day. Mostly it's vehicles. HPI guy. All right, HPI Guy's Workshop is the name of his channel. Now he's a big channel, 85,500 subscribers over in the US. Mostly does cars, kit reviews. He just did the Missouri 1/350 scale Hobby Boss review, and I think that's his first ship that he's ever done. I don't know if he'll build it, but he does some amazing stuff. So yeah, HPI Guy's Workshop, very, very popular channel. Excuse me. Does all sorts of reviews and builds of hot rods, Chevy Camaros, Peterbilt trucks. Yeah, I'm just looking through it now. Everything. There's even a Star Wars X-wing. So there's Chevy Bel Air. Yeah, good stuff that he has. So where are we? I'm just checking. How am I going? How many thumbs up going? How many we got on at the moment? I've got to check. We got 24 watching. That can't be right. Let me just do a refresh. Yep, and we hit play, and we've got 24 watching, 26 thumbs up. Fantastic. All right, so this is coming along all right, isn't it? Now you'll notice that up in the corner, I don't know where, up there somewhere, we got powered by StreamYard. Yes, because I don't think we are any longer paying for StreamYard. I just don't think it's worth it. I'm still streaming in 720, which is fine. That's okay. I can stream in 1080, but I think that's where we started having the lip sync issues with the sound. So I just don't think it's worth that much a month. It's literally like 70 US a month or something, or 70 Australian dollars a month, and it's just crazy. All right, moving down the chat. Kelvin, hello, welcome. There's a new name in chat. How are you? Yeah, let us know what ship have you. Jeff's asking John. Yeah, it's a Yamato. Come on, tell us it's a Yamato. No, for your first ship, I would not be building the Yamato. Okay, definitely. All right. We got John Alex saying that coal truck is a masterpiece. Everyone loves it. That was a fantastic one. And extra special touch when you got a little real coal in the back of it. Very, very, very good. James is saying a whirly thing. Okay. John's saying the Great Western, 180 Great Western, that will be released in August. Pre-ordered it. Okay, good. Someone started 2 planes that they haven't finished. Mark B's on. Hello, Mark. I didn't say hello to you earlier. We've got some sirens happening, as you will hear. That's me, not you. That sounds like ambulance. It's still raining out there. There's a hospital not far up the road. So, what was I reading there? From Mark B. I've seen some ship builds on Facebook where the modeler has painted everything except all the photo etch, and it looks brilliant. Yeah, I've thought about doing that. Buying 2 of the model and building, and then all the photo etch for it, and build one that's not painted and one with showing all the photo etch. Although that can be expensive. But if you get 1/700 scale Flyhawk models, if you've got really 100% 20/20 vision, like for your eyesight, check out the Flyhawk 1/700 scale model ships. They have these premium deluxe ones that come with tons of photo etch and fantastic builds. I've done a few. I've done the Bismarck and the Indianapolis, and yeah, I'm the Scharnhorst, of course. That was a popular one. Fantastic builds, but I won't be doing them again because my eyes aren't what they were 6 months ago. Yeah, let alone when I started this hobby. Yeah, be prepared for that when you get into model building. And like you all know, I'm a late starter. Your eyes start failing, but the price we pay. What do we got? Moving on. Sounds great, yes. He paints on shade carpet, lol. Really? But there's another idea too. You know, if you're worried about photo etch and losing photo etch, build them on the floor. Then you can't drop them, can you? More sirens. Something's happened. Maybe a car accident. Anyway. Alan's on. Hello, Alan. I can't stay stopped in. Give a thumbs up. Thanks, mate. Thanks for stopping by. It's going to be a great build. Paddle steamer. Really? That is a paddle steamer. I'm going to have to look that up because, you know, I like looking at some ships that are different. Like, I've seen this icebreaker that I was thinking of building. Just the fact that it's an icebreaker is just out of the norm. And it looks fantastic. I mean, it's like this thing over here, the search and rescue ship. Just, you know, it's eye-catching, isn't it? It's different. What else we got? Jeff saying, did you upgrade Filmora to version 12 yet? Yes, I did. Yeah, no problem. On this and my laptop. I've got it on the laptop over behind me as well. It's really good, Filmora. I recommend it to anybody. There was some issues about the upgrade and the cost, or something changed, but I had no problems. I don't even remember how much it is. I think I paid for 12 months. It was about $70 for 12 months. I don't remember if that's a lifetime thing or not, but I know I get all the updates for that period of time. And yeah, it updates regularly. And I've gone up to the latest 12 as well, which is fine. It seems to be okay. I worry when I upgrade my software, because you think, well, you've got all these ways. You've got your favorites folders, and then you've got all the previous one. I hope it finds and puts everything back in where it's supposed to be, but it does. It's no problem at all. Tim's there. Sorry, I'm at the bench listening and putting the sides on the cab of the Scania R730 Streamline. Okay, well, keep your eyes on the model. Keep your ears over here. No problem. That's good. Pete, that is your two planes. Oh, the Spitfires. Yeah, I know. That's a group build with Jason Hibbo that we're getting to. I don't know. Well, we're doing the ASLAV at the moment. I haven't touched that for a week because I've been busy on the Yamato and with work. I'm just getting home from work too tired to do anything. But I'll be doing more work on the ASLAV over the next couple of days. I've got 3 days off now, so yeah, I'm falling behind both those guys, but it's not a race. Quality and perfection takes time. That's the way it is. All right. What else we got? Filmora right now. I really like it, Rob. Yeah, Filmora is good. Their tutorial videos are a bit crap. Like they're a bit like childish. I think they need the production of the Filmora and the support with the tutorials that they put out need to get a bit more professional, I think, because it's up there with any other software. It's great. There's stuff you can do, but they just sort of give it a childish feel with their tutorials that they put out. You got these young girls on there telling you, oh, we can do this, you can do that. And just how it just seems a little. They needed someone to put out professional tutorials. Unless somebody is that's not part of them, or maybe they're sponsored by them or something, because there's a lot involved. There's a lot of stuff you can do in there that I really don't have time to. I get the result I want out of it. That's fine. Yes, you can do subscriber or lifetime payment. Either way, you're entitled to all the updates and upgrades. I think. I'm not sure. I thought because I subscribed, I think I subscribed for 12 months, that I was entitled to all the updates, but not if it changed to a new version. If it changed to a whole new version, I would have to pay for that. But I got the upgrade. I got the new version, and there was no, now you've got to pay for anything. So, okay, I'm moving down the chat. Have a look. Video editor, it works great. Yes, it does. John's the David Attenborough of YouTube voice. He is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, maybe you should do a video with the David Attenborough type of speak through it. Just that would be interesting. No, the one you bought at Hobbyco and started to put away. Oh, you're talking about the cheap Hasegawa plane? The one that was full of gaps and didn't fit together and was just... Yep, it's in the cupboard, in the box, half put together, and it's staying that way. I'm not even thinking about that. Some models just weren't meant to be built. I think I've never built a plane in my life, and I don't want my first one to be that one. Okay, I know I put a poll up and I said, which should I build first? But they were cheap, nasty Hasegawa. No, I'll wait and do the Spitfire. The Spitfire has two in there. So if I stuff the first one up, I've got the second one. I'll be much better. After I've tried one, I can then do after a group build of one, then I can have a different effort on the next one. But yeah, those two planes. No. Do you want them? I'll give them to you. You can build them. There you go. Doing voiceovers. John has the voice, should be doing voiceovers. Yeah, that's good. Power Director. Yeah, Power Director is another one. So is Adobe Premiere if you want to pay out thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars and for a program that you'll only ever use maybe 10% of its abilities. Yeah, well, that's all right. Maybe I should just outsource. I'll find somebody who's a professional Adobe film editor, and I'll just send them my video clips and go, there you go, put it all together, and I'll get John Alec to do the voiceovers. There we go. Okay. Randy's there. Hello, Randy. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. An hour's gone already. That's just unbelievable. Unbelievable how quick time goes. Sam says just back from hospital, so far so good. That's good news, mate. Very good. Okay, let me just go back and have a quick look at what's happening on my actual stream. We've got 17, good, 30 thumbs up, happy with that. Someone said about you got to hit 50 thumbs up. How do you got to get to 50 thumbs up for YouTube to be happy? We'll have to try and do that. Oh, we just got a few more people, 20 watching now. 3 more just jumped in. 31 thumbs up, that's good. I don't know, maybe Paul can mention what the 50 thumbs up means. Is it part of the algorithms that YouTube likes? I'm not sure. Where am I? I'm looking all over the screen here, getting my chat back up so I can keep up with you. All good. David's in. Welcome, mate. Hello. Hello to you. You must have been one of those 3 that just jumped in. The other 2 are probably just lurking. If you're lurking, just say hello in chat. Just give us a quick hi. Let us know where you're from. And a weather report. It's just a traditional thing, isn't it? It's to give you weather reports. I don't think I have anything else that I had planned to show or talk about. I'm getting a bit dry from talking. Oh, Coke adds life. Oh, that was good. All right. Yeah, that's about it. My next live stream, all going well, will be from Queensland. I'll be up there at my sister's house where I'll be staying, and you're doing a live stream maybe by the swimming pool, although it'll be too early in the morning to be. Although they're an hour ahead or behind, I always get confused. An hour behind, so no, I won't be in the pool at 5 in the morning. But yeah, I will probably be doing the live stream from my mobile phone. That hasn't been too successful in the past. We'll see how it goes. I would take my laptop up there, but it has a faulty network card in there, and it doesn't pick up the Wi-Fi properly. It keeps dropping out. I had this problem when I was in Thailand. But I do have a doggle USB thing that I might be able to take up there and use that. So we'll check that out. But yeah, that will be next Friday. Yeah, if not, maybe no stream next Friday. We'll see what happens. We'll see. You'll know by Wednesday. Wednesday is usually when I schedule and have it up. Tamiya US has the Megami for $350. Isn't the Megami what Jason from ModKids Stuff just did a review on the other day? I have the Chikuma over here that I built, and I have another one which I can't remember up in the cupboard that I haven't built yet. So you paid $80. That's a good deal, very good deal. I think I paid for mine about that, but that's Aussie dollars, and that was from a mate. A full, yeah. Try that again, Paul. What was it? I can quickly have a look. Jason's. Where's my model kit stuff? Where is he? There he is. Go quickly have a look in his tab. Who's heading up to 5,000 subscribers pretty soon. Look at that. He's only, gosh, 80 subscribers off 5,000. How's that? He's growing really well there, Jace. What did he do? Oh, the Mikuma. Okay. IJN Light Cruiser, the Mikuma. I think they're all the same class. They're all related in some way. But he's done a review of that. I'm sure he'll be building that at some stage. And of course, he's got the buddy build going on too, so that's worth popping over there. He's done a build on that video on that, Megami. Okay, cool. I think I did a video on my build of the Chikuma. I don't remember if that was when I was doing YouTube or not. I'd have to go back and check. Go for it paintings in. Hey buddy, welcome. Welcome in. And Rims Models I said hello to. I hope so. Yes, I did. If not, I will again. But yeah, welcome. So yeah, we've been chatting quite a bit. Oh, there was one more thing. It's right in front of me. Okay, so this is the advice I wanted from you expert modelers out there. I'm going to show you from the anatomy of a ship with the Yamato. It's going to be upside down, but it won't matter because you're looking at the bottom picture. Notice the bow and the color of the paint on the bow. Okay, it's much lighter than either the side of the ship or the stern of the ship. Yet the instructions tell you it's all the IJN grey, which it isn't. In fact, yes, it is not, because I'm just going to try and look for, I probably lost the chat, but okay, so on page 27 here, I'll go have a quick look. I hope it was page 27. There it is. Right, this is what it reads from the book. The checkered steel plate of the anchor deck was zinc coated, not painted, and were a light grey colour. How about that? So, silly me did what the instructions said and painted it the colour the instructions said. Imperial Japanese grey. My custom Outlaw Paints Imperial Customer Japanese grey. Which looks fine, which I'll show you a photograph of it because it's over there and I can't take the camera. And you can't see this yet because I haven't really done it because we're jumping ahead of time again. But I will show you so you'll get an idea. That looks pretty good, hey. Get that to focus without too much reflection. I took that this morning. Now, that needs to be done lighter grey, a lighter grey. I've got another photo, which is this one, and you can see, there it is there. All right. So it looks dark. It's just the angle of the light, but it's actually the same size as the side of the hull there. The same color. All right. Just trying to, yeah. Now, the pictures I'm seeing of this, and we'll go back and have a look, where those anchor chains go along these strips here. All right. So all along there is actually the same light grey. In fact, everything on there is the light grey that they're talking about here that's zinc coated. The only thing that would stay the grey that I've done are those bollards on the side and the fairleys, I think you pronounce it, these bits where the ropes go. They're the only two that I would have to mask up or fix up. My question is, how am I going to get that a lighter shade of grey? You know, would you? I'm thinking of doing, like when I'm in the weathering process, doing a grey wash across the whole thing, and maybe that would work. Or mix a little bit of the grey primer, which is pretty much the same colour as the plastic, so it's a lighter grey, in with the Japanese grey, just to get a slightly lighter shade, and go over and mist it across and bring that colour, just highlight, I don't know, just get it a little bit lighter, or leave it as it is, you know. I mean, but going by the photos in the here, you know, like Masushi has in here as well, also has that on the deck. See, there's the Masashi, also has the lighter front, but it has the darker strips where the anchor chains go. See, even on the Yamato has the darker where the anchor strips are, right? But on the actual photographs of the ship taken by the surveillance aircraft, those strips where the anchor chains go are not darker. They're the same light grey as the rest of that deck. So I don't have to worry about masking that up. Jeff, you're saying a light wash might look good. I think so too. I do have, I forget the brand of it, but there is one that I've used on other ships to create that patch look on the steel of the structures on the ships, which is a light wash. So I might give the deck a wash. I think I would go that. Jeff also mentioning try oils. If you don't like it, you can remove, no problem. You're right. That photo, the first one I showed you, this one, I've also clear coated this as well, so you can see how that is. You'll see in the video when it comes out, it come up beautiful. I went and bought 3 cans of Tamiya TS80, which is a flat clear, and I used 1 whole can to spray that ship, and my God, it just looks beautiful. Hey, I can't show you now. It's a shame. It's sitting over there. It's covered because I have to keep the dust off it, but it looks absolutely magnificent. Try a zinc color. Hello there, Mace, Mr. Last Jedi. How are you? Try a zinc color with a little grey mixed in. Yeah, that's true. I could do that. The thing with using a wash too is that it's already on there. I've got to be careful I don't have anything spill anywhere I don't want down the side of the ship. That wouldn't be good. But I could do like a really light spray by just lightening the Outlaw Paints grey just a little bit and just go across it and just layer it over. You're mentioning there that I would have thought the strips would be darker due to the rust coming off the chain as it moves and gouges the ships. That's right. The chain is black, that's for sure. Although I have seen it mounted in some strange ways where it doesn't actually run down that, but that's how it should be. So yeah, but yeah, this ship's going to be weathered anyway, so I'm going to be dirtying up all that deck area anyway, and for sure there'll be some marks where that chain runs. So I'm not too concerned about that strip along there. But yeah, it would make a mess on the front. What else we got? The anchor deck. Interesting. I just checked the manual on my 1700 Yamato paint guide, and it shows light grey. Yeah, okay. It's strange because my 1700 Yamato I made, and that was a Tamiya. I think that was a Tamiya. Yeah, it doesn't show light grey. But anyway, it was a lighter grey, so I will probably just go over it and lighten it, pretty much like Nigel shows in his videos. You know, I'm sure I can figure that out. But yeah, so yeah, I'll do that. Just check the manual for 1700. Yeah. Yeah, 1350 shows a light grey too. Yeah. Oh, look, I'll show you. This is the paint guide for those 1200 Yamato. All right. So there it is. Have a look at that. Get an angle right. Look, there's no light grey. It's exactly the foredeck is the same as the stern and the same as the side of the ship. And the color call out, there is actually no color call out. That color that they're mentioning down there is actually telling you the anchor chain is black, which is pretty stupid, obviously. But there's no. I'm just visually going by that. It's the same color as the hull and the stern, and that's what I did. So, you know, and I mean, it looks fine, but I do want it to be more accurate, so I will lighten it just a fraction. Yeah, I'll practice on something first. That's the best bet, isn't it? Just in case. I just don't want to make a mess of it. I want it to look good. The problem with a wash too is that it could easily. I have to be careful applying a wash, and to get a nice even finish, we'll see. Yeah, I'm not, like you said, Sam, I'm not following the color call out as well. The book doesn't, I mean, it just tells you it's a light grey, but what's a light grey? I do have Imperial Japanese Tamiya paints that are grey, so I'll go over them, but I'm sure I can just, it's because I'm using the Outlaw paints. I don't have another grey in Outlaw paints. There's no rush for this, so I might talk to Jason about it, and maybe he can send me a small bottle of the same IJ in grey that they did for me, just a slightly lighter tone. Yeah, and then I'll just spray that. That's probably the best way to go. Yeah. CNA, welcome. How are you? I'm working on the ship now. I just came across your channel. Welcome, mate. That's good. Good, mate. I hope you got quite a bit of catch up to do. I think I'm on the video number 6 or 7. This video, whole series of this Yamato build will probably end up at build 1743. Sorry, it's not Ron here. But there's a lot to go. It's, like I mentioned other times, it seems like I'm progressing quite quickly, but it's only because I'm doing a lot of large areas. So once we start on, and it's coming up soon, the superstructure, there's a lot of small parts in there. There's a lot of fiddly bits. There's a lot of Paul saying, I've just seen that, do you have white Outlaw paint? If so, mixed a few drops to the grey till it looks right. Exactly, good idea. I don't have white Outlaw paint though. I'll talk to Jace. You can just send me a bottle of white. That'll do too. Like I say, there's no rush. I'm not doing anything else with that deck, so I can go along, do that fine. Work. Yeah, Sam, you're saying, what about sanding it lightly to scuff up the deck and then hand paint? I can't because it's got a checkered plate pattern across the whole thing. So sanding it up would mess that up. It's not a smooth deck. Yeah, it's all checker plate. So yeah, but that's a good idea. I will definitely talk to, that's all I need is a bottle of white and drop it in there, a few drops, and just till I get that right shade that I want. Yeah, that's the best way to go. Yeah, thanks, Paul. I'll talk to Jace about that. As we all know, and I mentioned it in the stream on the weekend, last weekend, or some of you know, Jason and the family are not in the best way after what happened with their, sorry, I just lost my view. His daughter-in-law's 6-week-old baby passed away last weekend of SIDS, sudden infant cot death. And Jason is doing as well as expected. You know, it's a struggle, we all know. So I've passed on everybody's best wishes, as everybody has themselves as well. So we know that Jason will be back when he's ready, and we'll be back into doing it. So I have passed on the message from everybody, from Sue and Paul to everybody in chat. So yeah. So anyway, moving on, I'm going to have to end this stream fairly shortly. I want to thank all the new people that showed up and came into the stream, all the new subscribers that are growing every day. So many good advice and comments and inspiration I'm getting for this Yamato build. It's fantastic. That's not a bird outside, that's a truck reversing. I'm just saying, just let you know that. In Australia we have some unusual birds, but they don't make sounds like that. It's actually getting noisier out there in the background, I'm afraid. It's now 7:30 a.m. Some of up the road's a bit of an industrial area, so we get some trucks come through here. The birds are out there still, I still hear them. Anyway, so yeah, everybody, give you all a chance to say goodbye to each other in chat, and thanks for joining. And again, thanks for all the comments, and comments mean a lot, and all the thumbs up, it's great. And I'll be back Friday. I'm 99% sure it'll be from Queensland, but we'll get something happening, and we'll talk about more progress as we've gone. And yeah, fantastic. So yeah, and the new people that have joined up and subscribed, get on down to the playlist for the Yamato, and you can watch that right from the unboxing. I think the unboxing's just gone over 40,000 views so far. In fact, I think the part 1 of the build has surpassed that number of views of the original unboxing. So fantastic. So all good. Thanks, guys. Thank you all for joining. And I'll pass on all your best wishes to Jace's family. And I'll see you all next week, or in next Tuesday's part, whatever. I don't remember what we're up to. But the next issue of the Yamato will come out. Okay, guys. Bye-bye.